Hello racers, welcome to today's video. This is part 2 of the off-road setup series. And today I've been prepping this car for a regional race that we're having. Now I've been having a hard time getting parts in recently, but I'll show you what I do have, and I've made the best I can with the parts that I have available. Let's take a look. So starting in the back, you'll see that I moved the shocks to the rear. Okay, that's part of the setup. Move the shocks to the rear for weight back. We are racing off-road dirt. Shocks to the back. You'll notice hole shot rear tires, because this is a dirt track with dust, and these tires work best for that kind of surface. Shocks all the way out, top and bottom. Then we have a Castle 0808. It's a 5300 kV. I think it'll say on the end. $5,300. Now it's a little. This is not the motor that I wanted to use, but this is the motor that I have to use this week, and we'll see how it does in the video following. I went with the Hobby Wing 18 amp speed controller. You can see nestled in there. It's kind of small. Spectrum receiver, as you need a receiver, and I have a transponder. Stock servo that the transponder sitting on with stock servo saver. I have not upgraded that yet. We'll see how that works. And front shocks moved all the way out top and bottom. I have not had time to change the shock oil, so it's the standard shock oil that it comes with. Stock wheels in the rear. And in the back, should have taken a wheel off before to show you. We'll just take a wheel off and take a quick peek. I put, you can see some shims in there. I put 2 of these M2 6x6 millimeter. They're half a millimeter thick. So that's 1 millimeter of shims in the rear to raise the rear roll center. Basically gives a little bit more side grip to this. It'll work a little less in bump sideways, but the track I think it will hold up. So that's the setup that we're going to try. I'm going to let a guest, we're going to use one of these Urginex batteries. They fit in there nice. You can see that I need some kind of little adapter there for the Traxxas to Dean's connection. I'm going to go and see what I can do to solder a new connector on there. Okay, so we'll see how this combination does. It's not the combination I wanted for this race, but I have a motor on order, I have a speed control on order, I have a ball diff on order, and a lot of things just haven't been coming in. I don't know if they strapped them to the back of tortoises for delivery or what. So what we'll do is commentate the race video right after this, and I'll have a guest driver this video who will be driving this in the big race. So let's check it out. Hello racers, we're back from a successful race day. So when we last left, we were preparing this Mini-B for a regional event in our area, and we had a guest driver for that event. His name was Jeremy. You'll hear his name called in the race video we'll look at after. And what I wanted to do was just review the changes that we made on race day to get this car up to speed. Now he did finish second in the event out of a field of 5 in the AMA. We'll take a look at the race here in a second, but I just wanted to let you see the changes that we made on the track for his driving style and the track surface of the day. So the goal was I wanted to set the front shocks out on the arm and out on the tower. Now he found that it had too much front grip, so he switched to the stiffer gold springs in the front. So these are about twice as stiff as the originals that come with the RTR kit. So we put in the stiffer, but to compensate, move the shock in one on the tower. What I found when I switched to the gold springs is that you would get a mid-corner push. So we'll watch for that in the running video. And you'll see that the car did have a push, but he seemed to like the stability of the push versus the uncertainty of spinning out. Other than that, the front geometry was left stock, and we ran the stock tires that day. The little Hobbywing 18 amp speed control, Urgin X 1100 LiPo, and this is a Castle 0808 5300 kV, and this actually tons of power here. It fits nice in the chassis, and it kept up nicely with the 6200 all-in-ones that Losi has. Now on the back, shocks put all the way to the top, and to compensate for coming out of the corner and it spinning out a little bit, moved it in on the arm one hole, both sides one hole. And some magic, we'll take a look in the at the hub. When we last left, we did make a change there. I just wanted to show you how the change turned out. Let's see if we can see. Now, he wanted a bit more side bite than it had. And there's a stack of at least 3 washers in there, which would be a 1.5 millimeters of roll center change. So that raised the roll center, and raising the rear roll center will give you a bit more side bite at the expense of the car not rolling. And with the car not rolling, you lose a little bit of mid-corner grip, but that wasn't an issue on that race day. And shocks on the back, as you notice. We softened the rear just as it was coming out of the corner. It would give this little spin out or be loose on corner exits. We wanted to soften that up so it would roll a bit more. And we went with the whole shot tires for the Mini T. Now, these rims are slightly smaller than the stock RTR rims, the rim size. So what you'll notice is, and I was just taking a look, you see it's kind of a clean band on the inside there. And I think with the roll center change, you can see here that the top of the cup has been rubbing. So I think this has been rubbing that tire with the roll center up too high. So that is the changes that we made to the car. Other than that, one thing I did notice, and I don't know if it's because we were out in the dirt, but the suspension, like I don't know if there's dirt that got into the hinge pins or what, but I noticed that the suspension doesn't recover very nice. That there's only like maybe ½ inch and then it just kind of stops. We noticed that I wanted the ride height quite high, but in the end it sat quite low. Very unusual. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to the running video and I'll do a little commentary, and that'll be that for today's video number 2. So like if you like this type of thing, subscribe to see some more, and put some comments if you have some hints, tips, tricks for the little Mini-B. Okay, let's take a look at the running video. In this race, we're going to take a look at the changes that we made to the Mini-B setup. You can see the track is not much fluff. There is fluff around the outside edge, and the cars, you can see first and second crossing now. The Mini-B we're tuning is the yellow Mini-B that's going over the jumps, through that hairpin, and then back through the middle section. You can see it going top corner, which is off camber, over the little bump, and then a sweeper, an off-camber sweeper into the straightaway. There we go, there's the first lap. So with the adjustments that were made, the real stiff front springs, just notice a gap forming between first and second around that hairpin, because the front couldn't roll and dive in and get some grip. So you'll notice a little bit of a gap forming now between that first car, which is orange, and second, which is the one we're tuning. And it seems to happen mainly around that hairpin. You see, going through the corner now. Onto the straight, and now in front of the camera. You can see it's kind of losing there now. One thing also to notice is watch the rear of the car as it comes out of the corner. We were trying to make some changes for on-power grip. You see the car as it comes out of the corner, it'll give a little bit of a wag in the butt of the car. Here it is going through. Watch it as it comes down here and into there. You see in the jumps it's not doing well because of that ride height issue that we noticed. I'm going through the center there. Now here's a little bit of a... I actually went through that section pretty good across the top. It's a little pushy around that far sweeper as it comes onto the straight. Here it comes down off there again. You kind of see the rear is a little bit unstable. So that's the next thing that we're going to focus on. We tried with the rear roll center shims, raising it up. I think it was a little bit too high and it was getting into the tire. The gold springs in front do give it a bit of a push. For the running conditions of the day, that was fine, but for the overall, I don't think that is the way to go. There's another little yellow buggy on the track. I think it was having some control issues, so they were just kind of nursing it around. Here is the one in question, going down the table, going around the outside through the set of doubles, through that hairpin, through that sweet downhill off-camber corner, the center hump, and now across the top of that sweeper. Yep, so there we go. So that's how the car worked on race day. Finished second. Guest driver Jeremy piloted that to a podium finish. That was great. We're going to continue on in the next video series. Finally, the parts that I ordered have come in. We'll be installing those and testing them out. We got a new motor. We have a new gearbox. We did get a ball diff, and we did get some odds and sods. We'll install those and we'll see how all that works. So thanks for watching this video series. This is video 2 of what's going to be a 5-video series, or hopefully 5. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Fifth. After 4 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are marked in first place, followed by William in second place, followed by Jeremy in third place, followed by Rob in fourth place, followed by Phil Beaton in fifth place.
Okay, Mark.
First. Second.
Put William the lap
Fourth.
down. You'll be the only person on this lap. All right. Now it's up to William, and Jeremy looks like he's catching well for second place. Oh, there he goes. Second, 15.
First.
15-10.
Second.
Jeremy putting the heat on. Looks like he's really
2 minutes
trying
left.
to get his lap back. Anything can happen.
Ball cup popped off. Oh, it's a dog phone. It's a CBD.
Okay, we got a little pit work going on here.
First.
Marshals aren't just marshals here, it's stunt work.
Second.
Marshals are also mechanics.
Oh, shit.
Fourth.
Keep pushing, Jared, get that lap back.
I'll go hard throttle for a while.
Yeah, Mark's going to give you a handicap.
First.
Somebody want to grab that rock?
Second.
Thank you.
Robin, William, all waiting back on the track. Yeah.
Fourth.
Little hands. You need little people here to work on these.
Fifth.
Yeah, she's a big one, Gordon.
First. 1 minute left. After 6 minutes, 1 second. The top drivers are marked in first place, followed by Jeremy in second place, followed by William in third place, followed by Rob in fourth place, followed by Sil Beaton in fifth place. Second.
Still beating on
Third.
Mon there back in the
Fourth.
back on the hairpin. Oh, this big fight.
First.
Tucked by.
I don't know who cleaned the track, but man, it's got some kind of grip on the scooter.
Oh, Jeremy snaked something out there.
Second.
Oh,
Third.
Will cartwheeling across the tabletop.
This car feels like it's driving on rough carpet.
Fourth. First.
I'm barely touching the steering or anything.
10. 9. 8. 7. Third. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Paper or
Fourth mark done with a 16 lap 7.08 result. First mark done with a 20 lap 701.4 result.
Keep digging, guys. Keep digging. Keep going, Sylvia. You got this. Oh.
Third William done with a 17 lap 714 flat result. Second Jeremy done with a 19 lap
Keep digging,
714.2 result.
You got this. Oh. Back up, try again. You got this. Here we go.
No, he was a lap down. I was a lap down.
Fifth Sil Beaton done with a 5 lap 730.3 result.
Concludes.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Right.